Oh, you cheeky son of a bitch! Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Carter Nolan is behind the camera.
Once again.
And once again, this video, we are thankful, is sponsored by BetUS. For your first purchase, get 125% extra cash. Deposit purchase.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, this was actually a subscriber-requested video after we dropped our last score. And go check that out, by the way. Leave a like on that and this, because that really does do a lot to help. Share it around, all that jazz. But, this was in overtime. This happened just 2 nights ago between the San Jose Sharks and the Anaheim Ducks. In overtime, no less. So, we have a California rivalry and an overtime game between two teams that are kind of... San Jose is kind of out of the playoff hunt, and Anaheim is very much in the playoff hunt. So Anaheim needs to win games. So let's go through this. First off, something you don't see here, but this is very important. There's an Anaheim player here, an Anaheim player here behind the play, and there's an Anaheim player here. This is Adam Henrique. Adam Henrique in this game had over 70% in the faceoff circle. So he was only involved in this play, seemingly, to win the draw. And here's why we find out. So, looking up ice, Logan Couture's here. Boom, Rickard Rakell. Now, this is where Anaheim hits a seemingly set play by making the pass out there. Connects with Rickard Rakell. He comes in, scores. And immediately Logan Couture's looking at the ref like, wait a minute. Because this is what is the main root of the problem here. And this is kind of a different type of goal or no goal. Usually we analyze offsides or goalie interference or such stuff like that. This actually involves a too many men on the ice penalty or whether or not it was warranted. And this is a very interesting one because the Anaheim Ducks exploit a rule here and they're really smart about it. So once you get to the bench, it's usually common consensus that the player is out of play because he's got the bench and he just needs to kind of hop over and then he's out of play. However, look here. So we have 3 Sharks, perfect formation right here. Everybody has a man. Now, notice Logan Couture. His head is turned this way, but he knows that Henrique is right there. He's keeping him in his peripheral vision. Right now, the other Anaheim forward is looking up ice. Now, we'll see. Henrique is beginning to get out a shot, and we don't see the door open yet. Obviously, Logan Couture still keeping his eye on the play. You can probably see him in the back there. Now, this is where it's interesting. No, there's a little black dot here. That is the skate of Rickard Rakell. Rickard Rakell is hopping on the ice, and we notice now it cuts off here, so we can't see the very beginning of the bench where the guy is. But Logan Couture, he turns his head slightly, but he still has to kind of look at Adam Henrique because he doesn't know yet. And so he turns around again. He turns back to face the play. Now, all of a sudden, Rickard Rakell is streaking on the ice and hits the pass and goes in and scores. This is so close because at no point, as you can see here, here's Henrique. Look at how close that is. Now, I don't like this play. Like, I think that you only get away with this once. And a lot of Sharks fans were upset. And you know what? I kind of understand why. Because here's the thing. They opened the door for Rickard Rakell to come out. So Rickard Rakell actually has a running start to get out of the bench. And as the other player who's going off the ice is decelerating. So now you have this increased moment of time because of how much speed he has, where he's entering the play, and how lack of speed he has exiting the play. So, and the puck is already en route at this moment. He's already passed it. Bang. And he's still not off the ice yet. So, they would go back and kind of talk with this, and it didn't really seem like either side got a good answer on what would happen, but the way I see it is this, and I wrote it out to the subscriber at the time, but this is pretty much what I would say. Now, personally, because there's less skaters on the ice, I'd be more inclined to tighten up the too many men line on like whether or not you call it or not, because every single step on the ice matters all that much more, especially in 3-on-3 hockey. Anaheim knows Couture has to keep his eye on the play because it's 3-on-3, but the centerman immediately goes to the bench. He accomplishes two things. He stays in Couture's peripheral as a man of coverage and takes himself off the field to play. Now, would I call this a goal? I'm really torn, but at the end of the day, I might just keep it a goal. However, you now have exposed that you know this trick play, and this trick play is out there, so teams now will have to prepare for this. And also, too, we do see it occasionally, too, with defensive coverage, where a guy will get off the ice here, and he'll jump on to try to defend there. That actually might sometimes get called, but, again, this is one of those things where I think the rules give us a little bit of a room to exploit this, but in playoff hockey, it wouldn't matter, right? It's one of the lucky things that we can say this wouldn't matter in playoffs. It's 5-on-5, so I'd say I keep it a goal, but Anaheim got away with one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Connor, the old special top for Connor.